The music is blaring here at Croke Park. Kilcoo, they're All-Ireland champions at the death. Second time today here in the All-Ireland Cup final day that a team has scored a winning goal right at the death. They finished up Kilcoo 2-8, Kilmacud 13 points, winning by the absolute minimum. Jerome Johnson with a winning goal deep into injury time at the end of extra time. Kilmacud Crokes looked like they were going to save the victory. They were playing keep ball at the end. All of a sudden it turned into disaster. They tried to play with the ball in their own right half back position, right on the sideline here at the Hogan stand side. And eventually the ball was worked back to goalkeeper Conor Ferris, who was out on the sideline 40 yards from goal at this stage. Kilcoo had done brilliantly to sort of shepherd Kilmacud into a tight little area there, and all of a sudden Ferris realised, I got to get this ball out of here. So he just bombs it 30 yards out towards midfield. It was the only thing he could do. Then all of a sudden the back door was left open, a bit like many moons ago Paddy Cullen, and going back as if all that sort of feeling as if the kitchen is on fire, that whole famous Conahula line. But Kilcoo, they won the ball at midfield, worked it over to Sheelan Johnson, and he could have easily just kind of held it up and waited for a support runner, but he decided, no, I'm going to have to turn and go here. Needs is absolutely great at this stage. He took his man on, he burst inside the 21, the 14, did a kick pass across to Ryan Johnson, who was on his own in the 6-yard box, incredibly. Collected the ball just outside the 6-yard box, took a shot, that was stopped. It fell into the hands of Jerome Johnson, and he just blasted it into the roof of the net. I mean, Harry Ruddle had it earlier, that feeling of being, 2 points down, last second in the game, blasted to the net to win it all in an All-Ireland final. And Jerome Johnson gets to do it too. And this was a victory for perseverance. It was a victory for, these men have been on the road for so many years, winning many, many down titles. Didn't win it a couple of years ago, came back again, lost that All-Ireland final to Carfin after extra time a couple of years ago. They know what it's like to get to this level or what it takes. And I mean, that's no slight on Kilmacud Crokes. They got themselves in a winning position. And it's just the way it panned out. One kick of a ball landed to the wrong man, and they get punished. Kilcoo were very poor in the first half. Started the game, Paul Devlin had a wide from playing for free, and they looked really off colour. Then Micheál Rooney, he had a wide. Conor Laverty missed an open goal. Meanwhile, at the other end, Shane Cunningham scored a nice mark. Craig Diaz scored a point. Tom Fox got himself off the mark, and by half time they were 8 points to 2 ahead. They kicked on again a little bit more, 9 points to 2, and then obviously it was a fortuitous goal for Kilcoo that got them into it. 45 goes into the area, deflected into the Crokes net by one of their own defenders. But you make your own luck, and this is a team that's patient, doesn't panic, and they got their rewards eventually. And the joint captains obviously did a speech at the end of the game, and Conor Laverty, who seems a real salt to your character anytime I've interviewed him, he was not willing to raise the cup himself and Aidan Brannigan until they had Mickey Moore, the quiet man of the GEA, their manager, who drove them here, who said they would not have been here without, until he came up and lifted the title with them. And he did. He didn't say a whole lot, but he got in between the two men, the two joint captains, as they lift the cup, and that was a great moment for that club. But tough on Kilmacud. Of course, they'd love to have had Paul Mannion out here today. Who knows, maybe he would have been the difference. But there was players that stood up for them. Plenty of their forwards stepped up and had good games. Thought Tom Fox was good. Darren Mullen did some nice stuff. Shane Horn got a couple of beautiful points in the first half. One with the left foot, one with the right foot. Cunningham, Callum Pearson had hit a beautiful point in extra time that I thought was going to set them up for the win. But no, turned out to be Kilcoo. Their day, after so many years trying. And even Laverty talked about how we'll come back one more time and try. And this was obviously after the defeat to Carfin a couple of years ago. And when you're on the road that long and then there's a COVID interruption, meaning you have to wait that extra year again before you have another go, the fear is always the team will break up. But what a way to do it. Even if some of these players don't come back, they've achieved it all now, and the manner to do it, just drama. I mean, what is it about All-Ireland Final Club Day today? It just, lightning struck twice the same way today. Winning goals, and congratulations to Kilcoo.